Okay, Carlos Watson, Sage Steele, Van Jones. What do these three folks have in common? Well, they're all people who have been prompted up by wealthy or powerful white Americans, and yet we, the keepers of the culture,
Never has an enemy slipped my watch until this day. I wish to know how that happened.
don't really rock with any of them like that. Now, obviously, the three of these folks are most definitely black faces. However, they're not necessarily black voices.
Let me say this as a black woman. He does not speak for black folks. He's skin folk, but he is not kin folk.
And you ain't black.
And there's a difference. Let me explain. Take a listen to these half-witted, self-hating remarks from Sage Steele.
Barack Obama chose black and he's biracial. I'm like, well, congratulations to the president. That's his thing. I think that's fascinating considering his black dad was nowhere to be found, but his white mom and grandma raised him. But hey, you do you.
What? So that is undoubtedly a black face, whether or not she knows it. But it is most definitely not a black voice.
What's a black voice? Also, why are there more light-skinned black people than dark-skinned white people?
And I don't understand the point that you're making.
Yet, I'm sure someone is giving themselves a big diversity pat on the back by having that modern-day minstrel show, Sage Step and Fetch It, on the airwaves spewing her continued nonsense. Now, let's listen to Jeff Bezos's black friend, Van Jones, after a Donald Trump speech.
He became president of the United States in that moment.
Okay.
Now, let's be clear, Van and Carlos are far from being sage, but there's certainly something to be said about wealthy and powerful white people elevating certain voices over others. By now, I'm sure you've all heard about Carlos Watson and the implosion of Aussie media. In Aussie's 8 years in the marketplace, the media company never really achieved prominence in the field of journalism, nor did it ever make an impact producing multimedia content. But that sure didn't stop investors from filling Watson's coffers with more than $70 million in funding.
Why? Because he had that gift of making white people comfortable.
To be white in so many ways is to be raised to be functionally illiterate on the topic of race. I am white.
Now, for those of us who don't prioritize their feelings over our actual equality, funding for our platforms is far less available.
Blah, 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 blah.